Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. We are about 70 to 80% done with the live tech poll. I always like to, this is like the opposite of my relationship. I like to do the work early and then talk about the results. This has been a really shocking tech start where we've had Ghost, who's steadily fallen in 2023 in my poll series, get some revenge and get back into the top 5 of the class. And then we've had some people fall. Penny has fallen, and it looks like Guillotine 2099 is going to be our newest victim, because we are currently putting head-to-head Guillotine 29 versus Stark Spidey. 3 months ago, Guillotine 2099 barely edged out Stark Spidey. Tonight, not even close. 76% voted for Starky. That is the highest percentage. We got a higher percentage for Stark Spidey than we did Nimgod, staying at number 1. So, how about them apples? Also, we're only 11 likes away from 50. Totally think we can get there.
Absolutely. We should already be there.
All right. Let's see if... this is the OG night. Starkey going up the ranks. By the way, for people who don't like Guillotine 2099, this might be the night. For the first time ever, she falls out of the top 10.
I like her.
Also, Matthew Robertson. Hello, we've missed you. And hello, Big Hoss.
Matthew.
Abo. I do think Stark Spidey is, as Abo says, a good Battlegrounds attacker, and that has kind of brought him back some of the value that he lost after some of the better tech champions were released in the class. And Stark Spidey has just jumped Hulkbuster.
Wow.
Yeah. This is why, as tired as I was tonight, I still thought once I start doing the polls, I'll get my second win, because I just genuinely have no idea how this is going to go every few months. And that's exciting. All right, let's see if Starkey can rise again. He went from 10 to 8. So the Kraken, Shuri will be one of our most hotly debated champions. And that'll be once we get past the top 10.
All right.
Yeah. So the exit, we did do Red Skull versus Vulture in terms of who was worse. And I hate to tell Matthew Robertson this, but Vulture won. Y'all, I know there are people who are shaking their heads because they feel like this is Penny Parker slander. But Starkey wins again.
Wow. It is the revenge of the OGs.
It's the revenge of the OGs. Without a doubt. Now we're putting two OGs against each other. We're talking Starkey and Ultron. And Earth-25, you better believe Fat Man is going to be in this poll. We just have to get through the top 10 from 3 months ago. And let's go ahead. Darken the screen. And bring up something that should excel things. And yes, that is the Excel spreadsheet. And as you can see, we're voting number 6 versus number 7 right now. And Ultron has just stopped Starkey's rise. So one OG tips his hat to another. I do think that that is a fair analysis given Ultron's utility, but Starkey has certainly gotten better. And Evan, remember, we do our polls without factoring in synergies. I think that's a really important note.
Yeah.
All right, let's ask this one. By the way, O Canada is probably going to fall pretty bad.
There's a lot of true fans of his out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, they love, and I mean love, O Canada. Okay. So, Shuri holds on there. Now the question is, this is where it's going to get crazy. Because we have two new champions that we're going to introduce into this poll series, and we're going to have to start them head-to-head. Also, we are only 9 likes away from 50. That's exciting.
We can get there, people.
Sure can. Oh, we started out with a 50-50 poll between future Ant-Man and Shuri, but then as the votes are trickling in, Fat-Man is getting more love. Sean Janice, good to see you. All right, Fat-Man went from 50-50 split to having a huge advantage, and now we're going to do, this is going to be probably a bloodbath. I'm sort of excited to see this. Now we're just going to see how far future Ant-Man can go. We had the rise of the OGs, the rise of Ghost, the rise of Starkey, but not now. In Evan's own tier list, he has Shuri in his top 5. So you put Shuri over who? Who would you not put Shuri over, I guess? Abo, I don't think it's going to matter. He accidentally picked Guillotine 29.9 and it's still... Yeah, it's blowback. And so we're going to do... Guillotine 2099 was in the top 10. She has fallen well out of that now. And Fat-Man has just risen in the top 10. We are just getting started with this poll.
Fat-Man!
Da-da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Fat-Man!
Fat-Man, Fat-Man. Because as I convinced my high school theater teacher I was Canadian so I could sleep through the Pledge of Allegiance. Well, that's not a very long nap. Isn't the pledge like 30 seconds?
Not very patriotic either.
Well, Ryan, I tend to agree, but we have rules. And what do we do with the rules on this channel, Mama?
Enforce them.
Yeah, we stick to them, yeah. All right. Hulkbuster just got slayed. Let's... Fat-Man. Hulkbuster is now barely in the top 10, and after this, we're going to see how high Shuri goes. So, who knows? Y'all, this is wild.
Unbelievable.
All right. Reach that vote. And now let's put an OG against somebody new. Wow, this has been a wild night. Just totally wild. Future Ant-Man was out of the top 15 3 months ago. He is now comfortably at number 7. And we are going for the next. Here we go. Next poem. By the way, have you moved to Alliance Quest, Mom?
I have.
Abo Groot did make a list. He's number 3 of worst champions in the Cosmic class. Only behind Inferior Iron Man and OG Captain Marvel.
I think that's wrong, but whatever. It's okay.
Well, we had enough people vote for Groot. So, you know.
I hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we just did the rules. And Ryan Beta was 1,000% right, which I feel he would be. But we had to do it the old-fashioned way. And now, let's see the Ghost Lovers take on Future Ant-Man. Does he need to be awakened, y'all? Does he need to be high sig? Anybody know? Oh.
Mine is awakened.
We have our first somewhat close poll of the night. The really fascinating thing is we really haven't had too many reasons to delay the poll. But Ghost was actually winning. And then we got like 10 straight votes for Future Ant-Man. So, Fantman, the worst you can have Fantman now is number 5. And all of that hype of Ghost being in the top 5 is now gone. What's up, Chief of the Game? Oh, how fast things can change in the Prof Hoff poll experience. Penguin said he's going to cry. High Sig is good for Future Ant-Man, but not needed dupe is...
I say it's not that serious.
Why so serious? Wow, I thought, and this shows how little I know about the viewers of this channel, I thought Omega Sentinel would probably stop the rise of Future Ant-Man. Not even close. Now that one I wouldn't agree with, but who cares? Evan says Future Ant-Man is pretty high bleed and considered immune at high sig. It basically receives their duration and gives them a regen buff. Well, that's cool. Alright. Let's see if this is where the rise of Future Ant-Man ends. Future Ant-Man started out in the lead. iDoom has taken a slim lead. This is the closest poll we've had.
I don't know how I would feel about this one. This one's hard. Again, things you have never heard.
This is the, I know, right? This is the beauty of it, though, you know? The alternate, he is not. In fact, we got 2 votes left until we call it, because it's under 10% right now. It's 54-46 Future Ant-Man over iDoom. Penguin, I hear you, man. Although I love teaching, so I don't really cry. We're now 7 likes away from 50, by the way. Ooh. All right, right now it's too close to call. And now it is 50-50. Wow. Our first 50... I feel like we need a channel sponsor like 50-50 of the night, presented by Raid Shadow Legends. Oh. This is so fascinating. Every time there's a lead, it goes back to 50-50. Who's going to break the tie? Oh. All right, if this holds, it's locked in for 3 months. But y'all, this is the most hotly contested poll of the night. It's gone back and forth. I also don't know what that is. Kick rocks, that's why I said it as a joke. All right. If there are no more votes, iDoom will win by a hair. And then it's back to 50-50. Woo!
It's a close one.
It really is. It's exciting. Come on, people, if you're watching, let's have some fun and vote. We got to break this tie. Oh, future Ant-Man takes the lead for the first time in like 2 minutes. Wow. Still too close to call, though. Please, if you haven't voted, cast that vote. It is very important to the channel. By the way, because I am also a masochist, I will be opening, and there it is, 6%. iDoom is jumped by future Ant-Man. Are you okay with that, Mama?
Yeah, whatever.
Fair enough. Okay. Now, let's see. From unranked to number 3. What a rise. Steven Martinez says, Ant God. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Penguin, who'd you pick? Wiccan, Jugs, or Spidey Supreme? Definitely not Spidey Supreme. Overall, probably Wiccan, but I think Jugs is the most fun out of those. Well, y'all, we have a bunch of people who have stood up and said, not on my watch. We are not having Warlock lose his number 2 spot. Not even close. We are calling the poll. Fatman stays at number 3. And now, our final poll series of the night concerns Shuri, who Evan the Encyclopedia said was in his top 5 best tech champs.
Nice.
And started out as a 50-50 poll. And then everybody waved goodbye to Hulkbuster. He's out of the top 10. He is the first honorable mention. Another casualty of the OGs. And yeah, that's really
Wah, wah, wah.
that's really not close. All right, so here we go. Also, shout out to our honored student, Ziggo77. Thanks again, Ziggo. Big Hoss says Ant-Man must be stopped if for no other reason than the way they did MODOK in the latest Ant-Man movie. Ryan's also waving goodbye to Hulkbuster. Vantage wants to know when your next stream is going to be, Mama.
Well, for sure Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but I didn't want to.
I might try and squeeze one in before then.
I don't know what that means either. All right. Shuri continues to rise up the ranks, and so far it has not been close. Will it be close here? Let us see. That's what the taco said the first time he went to church. He said, "Let us pray."
All right.
That one grows on you. Trust me. Ziggo says this is where Shuri stops. My friend, I think the poll highly disagrees. Wow. Well, the only thing good about this is that the results are so one-sided, the polls are lasting like 30 seconds. Which is good, because this is already a longer video than I had anticipated. Where is the Shuri train going to stop? Well, we know for certain that Shuri already got outvoted comfortably by Fat Man. So we know if Shuri can't jump future Ant-Man, but everybody else is in play. Ziggo says, I think the poll is nuts. Well, Squirrel Girl and Planters are sponsoring it. It is nuts. Without a doubt. Wow. So much love for Shuri. Just when I talked about...
Did you recently get a buff?
She did. And, you know, shock champions are just really rare.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Shuri can rise a maximum of 3 more spots. And Steven, we're going to put Lady Deathstrike in the next poll because the rules, basically, we have to wait until the featured crystal comes out so more people can have them in their hand. That's what we've decided over the course of the last couple of years doing this, because we want people to vote who have them as a ideally 5 or 6 star champion comfortably versus still like an early access kind of thing.
Right.
And that is one of our rules.
Gotta live by them.
And die by them. Also, through 28 votes, this is a dead heat 50-50 tie. Brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Who plays this game? Why is it still so popular?
Nobody. I don't know anybody that plays this game.
They still
but then
sponsor.
again, I didn't know anybody that played it before.
They still sponsor so much. Also, this is probably the longest poll video ever. I don't know anybody who's going to watch this whole thing. But if you're watching this, if you're just listening to this in the car or on the toilet or something, thank you for doing that. You're the 1% of the real viewers on this channel. Penguin, what made you want to become a streamer? I didn't even know what streaming was. I had people who would comment on my videos because I posted almost a year worth of videos before I ever did a stream that said, Prof, you should really stream. It's more fun. And I'm like, I don't even know how to do that. I don't know if I'm smart enough to learn. And
hey, that sounds like somebody I know.
Well, hey, you know, look at us now. Who would have thought? And y'all, by the... Okay. Well, we're going to do a bonus poll because I just closed it and then it went from 4% to 50-50. That's also never happened. So, revote one more time. It was a last millisecond support. Also, Leon is currently typing the toilet and poop emojis, which do go hand in hand.
Maybe that's where he watches your videos.
Could be. By the way, Joel, are you still listening? Because you're going to get ready to type that number in after this. And just like before, it is too close to call, although Ghost was up 4% in the last one, and now Shuri's up 4%. Okay, well, on the repoll, well, it's crazy. We were like a 1/10 of a second away from Ghost holding that 6th spot for 3 months, and then on the revote, A lot more people went for Shuri.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, is this where the Shuri train ends? With Omega Cheeks. Ziggo, I do play Battlegrounds. I moderately enjoy it. I feel bad because usually when I win, it's because I have a better roster, not because I have better skills. Steven just says, Cheeks! Penguin, I still think my favorite champion, just for so much nostalgia and OG, is Omega Red. But the champion I use the most now is actually rank 2 7-star Domino. By the way, if Evan the Encyclopedia is still here, he said that Shuri was in his top 5, and right now she's number 6. So,
That was she went down one.
And there it is. Omega Sentinel, by 6%, holds that number 5 spot. So, Nimgod 1, Warlock 2, Future Ant-Man 3, Idoom 4, Omega Sentinel 5, Shuri 6, Ghost 7, Ultron 8, Starkey 9, Penny Parker 10. First 2 honorable mentions go to Hulkbuster and Guillotine 29.9. I do believe my favorite champion that I've played around with in limited fashion, Lady Deathstrike, will be a top 10 champion when we do our next poll, and then we'll be waving goodbye to Penny Parker or Starkey. But we'll have to wait a few months for that. Until then, if you're watching live, stay tuned. We're going to open some crystals. If not, and you actually watched this video, especially all 26 plus minutes of it,
Good Lord.
thanks for watching. You're the real MVP.
Good night.